Hey guys, I've got a Massimo TBOSS 550. It was a gift. My wife got it for me. She's super cool. Really like this thing a lot, to be honest with you. I've seen a lot of people frustrated making videos and stuff like that. Don't blame them, but for what you're getting for the price, I mean, it's been great for me so far. Haven't had it very long, but one issue I want to talk to you guys about today is the e-brake system. So I had this thing about 2 days. I pulled this handle and it broke loose. It felt like the handle did. And I was like, oh my gosh, this thing broke on me. The cable snapped or something. And it wasn't that. It was actually the little mechanism under the bed back here. And I hadn't seen a lot of videos on this. I just want to try to explain this to you guys. So the first thing I did was I took this Carter pin out, took this pin out, raised the dump bed all the way to get it out of my way and make some more space. Then I came down here, and there's not a lot of videos. I believe this might be a newer system than what they used in the past. But the way this works, this is your e-brake system here. So that gold bolt is your adjustment bolt for how tight your e-brake is. There's a nut, it's right behind that cable. It's kind of hard to see. But you loosen that nut, tighten this bolt, tighten the nut back down, and that is how you adjust it. I've seen one place online, they said finger tight, and that seems to be a pretty good rule of thumb. But that's not what the issue was for me. So when I did that, the very first time I worked on this, I tightened this down, finger tight, and then I tightened the set nut back down, and it was actually, for whatever reason, the way this thing works, it was engaging my e-brake with the handle disengaged, so it was in reverse. I would pull the e-brake handle back, and it would loosen up, and I could roll the machine with the e-brake handle pulled in the engaged position. So what I found out you have to do is this black bracket right here. So you've got your set nut, your bolt. This black bracket is sitting on another bolt head or something like that. It's kind of hard to see, so I couldn't really tell, but this black bracket has teeth on it. And what happens is, if you take, say you take this bolt out and that nut out, this black bracket has teeth on it and it's sitting on another nut. And what happens is, if you turn that nut, it breaks over every once in a while. And it's like it, and I'm not sure if it does it both ways, but it's like it gets in between, like a breakover point. And what I had to do was I had to loosen that nut up pretty far, and then take that black bracket and slide it off the nut, pick it up and pull this cable out and push the black bracket down pretty far and kind of rotate it more to where it's pulling from a different point. Put the teeth back on the nut, then tighten this set nut and pull the whole thing back up by hand and put the, and it's kind of stout, but pulled the whole cable up back by hand and slid it back in here. When you do that, this spring on the other side will come off, so you'll have to put it back on. But that's what I had to do to fix this thing. So just adjusting it would not work. And, sorry, I'm squeezing in here. I'm out of breath and everything, trying to squeeze in there and talk. It's kind of a tight fit, but that's the reason just adjusting it would not work. It actually broke loose on me one other time, and I'll explain that to you and why that was. So when I adjusted it the first time, it was really tight, and it was like I would pull it back maybe 2 clicks and it felt so tight. And it's actually supposed to be 3 clicks, and I got it pretty tight now, but I mean, it was just so tight. And I got in the woods making a trail. I went to jump out of this thing real fast, and I just in a hurry pulled this thing back so hard and fast that it popped loose again. But I had it adjusted too tight. So you want it to get all 3 of your clicks in there. I believe it's 3 clicks. So 1, 2, 3. You want all your 3 clicks in, and you want it to get pretty tight. If you leave it too loose, the machine will still roll on a steep hill. So you want it pretty tight on that 3rd click, but not too tight on the 2nd click. You know, I mean, I could almost feel it was going to happen. And I was like, well, I thought, man, the tighter it is, the better my e-brake's going to be, you know, but that's not really the case because it just broke over again. I had to rotate that whole bracket again underneath there. So that's what I've learned on the e-brake system. I made this video to help you guys. If I didn't say it too, it's kind of one of them things that even with the dump bed disengaged and the whole thing rolled back, I still had to go from the other side also. And I'll show you what that looks like over there real quick. And then we'll end the video, and hopefully this helps you guys out because it was kind of a pain for me. And it was new, so I was a little worried about it because, you know, there's a lot of naysayers online that talk about, oh, it's Chinese junk. But here, so that gold spring right there, so you can see the gold nut down there. I accessed adjusting this system. I did that from this side. It seemed easier. And I did have to put the gold spring back on both times it comes loose when you really rotate that black bracket down on the other side. So good luck to everybody. I hope this helps. If it seems to be a common problem on the forums and everything, and there's not a lot of info on this thing. My pillow, I don't know why my daughter wants to keep that back there. I've got an 11-year-old, but it seems to be a common issue with this thing, and I just wanted to help some people. So I'm gonna make a couple more videos. One of them is probably gonna be for the power steering. I put power steering on this thing, and that is right here. That right there is your electronic power steering. It wasn't too bad, but there's some stuff that I wish I knew going into it that would have made it a lot faster. So if anybody wants to see me make an update video, one thing I've got to do is right now, when you're driving down the road, this is straight instead of this. So I want to fix that. So I'm probably going to get back into it. But if anybody wants to see a video kind of explaining where everything goes and some things that would be good to know beforehand, just let me know. And y'all have fun with your machines, and I hope this helps you guys.